What's up, team? Good morning, guys. All right. So I had to get my green screen kind of working again today. All right, team. Let's see, team. What do we got today? All right. So MDR. I know a few people mentioned this one already this morning. MDR really making some moves today. Let me see. It's definitely my main watch as well. Somebody said it's got too big of a float, and maybe that's true, but I don't mind watching it and trading it. This is MDR right here this morning. So MDR looking solid. There we go. Gapping up from 230s to 303. So a solid percentage gap up overall. We're going to keep watching it and see what happens with it. I'm pretty sure this one's also tradable for me as well. Let me check what my TEF's balance is. Yeah, so I did make a little bit more on Friday as well. I think I made a few hundred on Friday. So the week ended pretty solid. I put out a video this past weekend about why I was using the previous day's closing price a lot with my trading last week. When I took those large sizing quick scalps in the market, I was using the previous day's close as my risk a bunch. What's up, Jeremiah, James, Sangfroid, Mr. K, Pensador. What's up, team? All right. So, I'm just going to wake up a little bit, drink my coffee. Also on my list this morning, we have, let me see. We've got OPK. If you like more penny stocks, OPK gapping up some, but it basically filled the entire gap already. So this one gapped up from 209 to 286, and it's still at 238, so it's up a decent amount. But the volume's pretty light, and it looks like a low floater, so we'll see what we get. We got also YNDX. Gapping up nicely here. We've got AMD gapping up with the market. We got PTON, Peloton, that I'm going to be watching. We've got Pins, which is Pinterest. We got Roku, which is gapping down. We have KMT, which is gapping down. We've got INFY, which is gapping down some. We've got MFGP, which is gapping down some. We've got IPHS, which is gapping down. SNN gapping down some. So we've got a few options, but again, MDR is my main watch this morning, and I'm pretty sure it's tradable. Let me check to be sure here. It is tradable, so this one is tradable. A nice gap up here for us to watch, and yeah, we'll see what we get with it, but that's what I'm looking at. What's everybody else's main watch today? That's what I'm keeping an eye on. Of course, that is obviously subject to change, but for now, yeah, that's what I'm kind of looking at right now. We'll see what we get for the rest of the day. But man, guys, it was storming here in Texas this morning and last night. MDR doesn't move a lot. That's the problem. Let's look at the 5-minute chart. Yeah, I mean, it moves enough, and it's reliable enough. The reason I like this one is because it generally fades well. So you can see it actually faded Friday with a really nice fade, and then the day before that, it had a few bounces, a few VWAP bounces, and a few fades. And so the reason I like MDR is because it fades really well. Here's a few bounces right here as well. It's one of those stocks that whenever it moves, it actually picks a trend and generally stays in that trend for some time, allowing you to make some money from it. That's why I like MDR. I do trade this one. And again, it's mostly just because it sticks with my strategies. It actually works well. If we put a 1-minute chart up, you'll see kind of what I mean. VWAP bounces. A lot of VWAP bounces on Friday. Or this wasn't even Friday, yeah. Friday, we had a nice little VWAP fade. We had some VWAP bounces. Thursday, VWAP bounces Wednesday. It got kind of slow before that, though. I will give you that. The volume did kind of get a little bit worse. But the point I'm making is that when it's actually moving like this, and when it has a catalyst and it moves, you can see here's a really nice flag pattern. But whenever it's volatile enough, it actually is pretty reliable with the strategies I trade. And so for that reason, I'll probably watch it. Look at that triangle. Nice little breakout there too. So yeah, we'll see what we get with this one, but I'll watch it regardless. It's just a big gap up. I'm sure it has a strong catalyst for this gap up that we'll have to watch, but BIMI. Yeah, BIMI ripped again here. We'll see what happens. A little bit of a flag pattern here. See the flag? So we do have a little bit of a flag pattern here with BIMI and pre-market. We'll see if it rips up past this 764 level and then rips up until this $8 level is what we really should look for with that. But we do see a flag pattern right now with BIMI and pre-market. It could just rip down here too, you know, but that's what we see. What platform? I use TEFs, which is TradeNet's platform, Mr. K. But yeah, we'll watch Roku as well. Roku gapping down. Had a really nice trade. I believe my trade was on Roku from yesterday. Let me look. I believe my trade was for Roku yesterday, or Friday is what I think it was. So let me just do this like I always do. I'm going to trade historical data. I'm pretty sure it was Friday, or I'm pretty sure it was Roku. Let's see, that was the 18th. Friday's trades. All right, so you saw I named it Friday's trades. If we go to Trader View here, let me make sure you guys can see this. If we go to Trader View, I'm gonna just extend this. We go to Import Trades, choose File, Friday's trades, upload. Yeah, so Friday I made $406 on SQ. I thought it was Roku. I guess it was SQ. Looks like I did trade Roku, but not by much. I have to upload. I did record that entire trade, so I'll have to upload that trade. That's probably like my second largest win. I was just kind of busy this weekend. My son had like a birthday party and some stuff that he had to do. Not his birthday, but yeah, not a bad little win there. It's interesting. Like last week, every day was profitable in gross profits last week. Every day. But I would say at least 2 of those days were net losses after commissions. And so I'm going to have to figure out the best way to approach that. Because, yeah, I mean, if we look at, yeah, this is the last week. Last week I had 50% accuracy. Exactly 50. But, I mean, I had a total gain of almost $600 in gross. So I just have to figure out how to approach this, you know. Not too bad. You know, I was able to salvage it towards the end of the week. I was feeling really good about making $200 on an iron condor, but I got assigned $140,000 in shares. Sold them at pennies higher in the pre-market. Hi from Romania. Hi from Texas. Welcome. Welcome. I'm sure it's cold over in Romania right now, huh? It's rainy here in Texas. Yeah, I'll be all right. I mean, here's the thing. Like, my risk reward has been solid. Like, if we look at my stats, if we pull up the stats a little bit bigger here, my risk reward has been good, you know. Like, my profit factor is over 2.0, which means that I'm generally getting in good risk reward situations. And that's what my average hold time would show us as well. Oh, wait, you guys can't see that. Okay, yeah, so look. My profit factor is 2.06 right here. Which, again, shows me that I'm getting in good risk reward situations. My accuracy just wasn't as good, and I kind of had to tweak my strategy a little bit. I definitely did much better later on in the week, but my average hold time would actually kind of confirm that as well. You can see I'm holding stocks for average time on my winning trades for 37 minutes. For my losing trades, I'm only holding them for 19 minutes, and so I am cutting my losses quick. You can see my average daily gain is $115.31. My average winning trade is $101.91. And my average losing trade is $49.50. And so this is very good credence to good risk reward calculation. So I'm actually holding it to my proper levels, which is great. And I'm keeping my average losing trade almost exactly 50% of what my average winning trade is. It's slightly off, but not by much. So it's roughly 50% of what my average winning trade is. And so that's all I'm really trying to shoot for. And so again, even with 50% accuracy rate, I'm still profiting. I'm still up and profiting. And so it's just, I got to tweak my strategies a little bit to be a little bit more favorable for me with my trading. But I'm not necessarily upset with it. Not so cold, 25 Celsius day and like 9. That's like perfect weather. That's like 70. We use Fahrenheit here because we're weird in the US and we're just weird here. But that's like 75 degrees here, 77 degrees. And so that's not bad. That's like perfect weather. That's like not too cold, it's not too hot. Then at nighttime it gets cool. I like that, But that's about what it is here. Like right now, it's probably like, I don't know, it's probably like 65 degrees outside, so it's probably actually a little bit colder here. It's also rainy right now. I've watched you when you first started. How much have you made since then? I don't know. Like $700 in profit, maybe. Like I said, I'm in this for the long haul, and so I'm not an expert or a guru either. I'm not an expert or a guru. I'm just some guy on YouTube that lets people watch him trade. So again, I've made a few $100, but I'm still working on improving my trading. You have to think about trading like this. I know the cool thing is like the get rich quick. I'm gonna go buy a Lamborghini, buy my course, and you'll be able to have financial freedom type of stuff. And I know that's what's advertised to traders, and I get it. But in the end, it's an investment of your time, right? And so I'm just trying to invest my time in the smartest way in order for these small time insignificant swings right now. I'm almost at the stage now where I can start to use big sizing and actually make a decent amount in my trading. I think my stats would accurately reflect that. But I'm not necessarily in a big hurry. If I'm being completely honest, one of the reasons is because I have this YouTube channel and, I'm building them both up simultaneously. And so, it's a tough juggling act, to say the least. But another thing is, again, I think the biggest reason new traders fail is because they take too big of sizing and they go kind of too crazy when they first get started. And so I've been trading for like 2 years off and on. I'm finally getting to the point where I've been making money, at least in gross profits, every single week. Like if we look back at my stats, I'm up every single week in gross profits. Not so much in net profit, but that, again, I can increase my sizing to counter that. And so we'll see how it goes. But yeah, like I said, I'm not an expert or a guru here. I did bring this account into the profits though, and I'm slowly building it up. Been in a limbo for the last month or so, but that's how trading is sometimes. Can I pull up the BIMI chart? Yeah, BIMI started to rip here. So did MDR, looking good. Yeah, it's kind of consolidating here. I drew this little triangle to see if it would break out really quickly, but it's instead just kind of consolidating around the 725 level. We'll see what happens with that one. Does anybody know what trading platform you can day trade from Europe? You can try TradeNet Tefs. You could try SureTrader. You could try, I don't know if you could try Ustock Trade. I think Ustock Trade is restricted to U.S. customers. Maybe try Trade Zero. You know, there's a lot of different ones. I use Tefs and TradeNet, and I'm pretty sure you can use that overseas too. But it's up to you. Right, exactly. Consistency and good practice is way more important than results or dollar amount. Yeah, absolutely. And that's what, again, I think new traders are advertised. Buy my day trading course and you can get financial freedom. Look at my Lamborghini and look at all my cool house. You know, look at my cool house. You know, you could afford these things if you just buy my day trading course and get rich quick. You know, and I think that in the end, you know, like I said, I think yeah, it doesn't matter what course you buy. It doesn't matter, you know, anything like that. It's generally going to take a while to learn how to day trade consistently profitable. And that's okay, you know, because once you actually learn, that'll be a skill you'll have for the rest of your life, but it's not a get rich quick scheme. But yeah, BIMI looks interesting. This was one that ripped up last week and didn't hold its gains, which is not surprising. You know, it went up to $12 even, you know, $12 even, so it went up 1,200% from $1 to $12. It's sitting at 760s right now, 750, 760, so it's sitting right around here. And so we'll see what happens with it. Hello everyone from Dominican Republic. It's 95 degrees Fahrenheit. Oof, man, it's hot over there, bro. But yeah, BIMI looks interesting. We'll watch it. Again, MDR, interesting one here. MDR. Rough looking daily chart. I'll say that. Rough looking daily chart. And we'll see what happens. But I'm watching MDR as well. We'll start looking up some news in just a minute. Why is my computer? My computer's running all slow today. Hey guys, quick question. How's the stream loading right now? I know we had some weather issues last night, and the weather was kind of rough, but how's the stream loading? I know at my home computer it's loading a little bit rough. We're getting people in the stream though, as long as we're getting people in the stream, but yeah. Apparently we're loading a little bit rough today. Everything's running slow. I can't get Discord to pull up to get mentioned here. Wait, are y'all leaving? Yeah. Oh. Alright guys, I'll be right back. I'm gonna go give my kids a hug goodbye real quick. Yeah, as long as the stream's working fine, that's all I really care about, even if my end's acting kind of weird. Alright. All right, guys, so we'll go ahead and start looking up some news. Let me get my headphones on. All right. All right, so the first one we're going to start looking up this morning, team, is MDR. MDR ripping up here. Let's take a look at what we got. First things first, we can look at the overall market real quick, and we'll look up the catalyst for what's going on in the market for now. But the market is up. It's up to 22 or 299.50. But back to MDR here. Again, I think everybody can probably see this trend right here, right now. Let me draw it out real quick. Let me clear this out so people can see this trend line here. That is pretty obvious. I don't know if you want to do it that way or there it goes. Or you could do it like this too. Probably this is probably the better one. Or that, either way you want to do it. But yeah, we do see that with MDR here. I'm not really great with triangles or flag patterns, but we do have that. So let's look at MDR right now. MDR is up 37% after a financing deal apparently. And so this one is up after it signed an agreement for up to 1.7 billion of new financing, and shares are up 30%. So yeah, it says, quote, and this is from MT Newswires, and it says, quote, shares of McDermott International climbed 30% in pre-market trading after the provider of engineering and construction services to the energy industry said it secured access to up to 1.7 billion of additional financing. And then they said, quote, under the terms of the agreement, McDermott will have immediate access to 650 million of financing, comprised of 550 million under a term loan facility and 100 million under a letter of credit facility before reductions and for relating transaction fees and expenses. And then they said, quote, McDermott actually said, quote, this new credit agreement is a continued signal from our lenders that they support McDermott, our underlying business, growth strategy, and ability to achieve a long-term balance sheet solution, end quote. And this was from David Rickson, the McDermott CEO. And that is the news from McDermott today, MDR. That is why MDR is up. It received a big, it received a $1.7 billion financing deal for MDR, and this one is gapping up pretty solid to show it. We'll see what happens with this one. We're also looking at OPK here. OPK gapping up some, not the best gap up. It's already filled a lot of the gap on the way down here. But we'll take a look. All right, and this one is up after phase 3 trial study results came out, in that they were evaluating the somatrogon dosed once weekly in children with growth hormone deficiencies. And during that phase 3 study, it met its primary endpoint of non-inferiority to daily genotropin for injection, as measured by annual height velocity at 12 months. Nailed it. The results demonstrated the potential to reduce current dosing frequency and once daily to a single weekly injection, the company said, end quote. And some positive phase 3 study results that came out for OPK. We'll see what happens with this one. I doubt it's tradable for me, but we'll see what happens. Let me see. Yeah, not tradable so far. Wait, let me sign back into TEFs, since apparently it signed me out. What? Here we go. My internet's acting weird this morning, team. Alright, now let's try OPK again. Again, I don't think it's actually tradable. No, it's not. Alright, so yeah, that's the news for OPK. We also have, and I'll post my watch list soon here. We also have YNDX ripping up here, looking very strong in pre-market. YNDX gapping up from 29.70s to 32.62. And again, very strong move for YNDX. And this one is up after Moscow, Russia softened draft law limiting foreign ownership in major IT companies, Reuters said. And so Moscow softened their draft law, and that is beneficial to YNDX apparently. So we'll see what happens with that as well. Let's see what else we get here. All right, we got FSCT. FSCT. Let me see if I can find this here. Nope. This is up after third quarter results came out for this one. Third quarter results that were positive for FSCT. We'll keep moving and see what happens with that one. We also have PETS here, PETS. Gapping up some. Not really looking that hot, to be honest. COTY. Gapping up some. And this one is up after they put out a release that said they are exploring strategic options for professional beauty business. And that they're going to consider a divestiture of business unit that holds brands including Wella, Clairol, OPI, GHD. They also announced the intent to explore, yeah, this is the first one. So they announced intent to explore strategic options for their professional beauty business as part of the next step in the ongoing transformation. So a fluff piece is basically what I see in that. Just trying to, fluff it up a little bit. PUK gapping up some here. All right, so now we can go back and look at some of these. Penny stocks, we also have DTSS, which is gapping up some. Again, like I said, we got PUK here, PUK, and this one is up after the company spun off M&G, an investment management business it owned, into its own publicly traded company for PUK, and that is benefiting them right now. CLVS, not looking that great. And so, yeah, that's basically it for right now for the gap ups. If you have anything else that you see that I missed this morning that's not moving just because of the overall market, let me know. But a lot of this is moving, again, just because the market is moving some. Like PINS and PTON, maybe. But, yeah. And then we also have gap down. So we got INFY here. Big gap down. I'll watch this one. We'll see if we get a bounce there. It is tradable, so I'll keep an eye on INFY. Let me go ahead and start adding some of this. All right, so we got... So I'm go ahead and I'm posting my watch list. I know we had some people wanting me to post my watch list in the chat, in the Discord. So I'm gonna make my watch list real quick. We're gonna go back to MFGP or to INFI. I guess that's about it. Maybe BYND, I'll keep an eye on. Oh, Roku. Yeah, this is my watch list today, guys. What's up, John? What's up, brother? But yeah, that's my watch list right now, team. We'll see what we get. That's what I'm kind of seeing right now, though. All right, so there's my watch list. I'll post it to Discord. All right. But yeah, that's what we're looking at. Again, though, okay, so back to the down gappers here that I never really got a chance to go over. So first one, main one that I'm actually watching is INFY. INFY here, and this one is up, or this one is down, I'm sorry. You don't even have a down gappers on this top list? How dare you, man? All right. INFY. Gonna make me look it up the old-fashioned way. There we go. I'm not seeing any down catalyst. Does anybody know why INFY is moving like this? I don't see any catalyst for this one. Also going to be watching Roku. I don't know. If you know the catalyst for INFY, let me know, because I don't see it. Also going to be watching Roku here. Going to watch SQ too, I guess. I made some money with SQ on Friday. Gonna watch those two. And then I guess we're going to look at the overall market news right now. So the market is up. You can see the SPY here looking pretty strong. It's up to 299.50 or so. 299.50. Oh, we also have BIMI. I'm sorry, guys. I completely skipped over this one. BIMI. All right, so this one is up after the company put out a release that said they entered into a strategic partnership with a Chinese pharmaceutical company to build a joint membership system and drive revenue growth in Southwest China. End quote. And then it says, quote again, under the terms of the agreement, NF Energy subsidiary something pharmacy will develop a joint membership database that can analyze and visualize data. They agreed to use its distribution channels in Southwest China to promote joint membership cards and develop 300,000 joint members before October 31st, 2020. And so partnership with BIMI. We'll see what happens. But I think this is one of those ones that kind of looks like a pump. We'll see what happens, though. Might not be. Who knows? And then again, we got PIMS, we got AMD, or PINS. We got, that looks pretty strong here. PINS, we got AMD. That looks strong too. All right, let's try to find the overall market news here. Let's see if I can find it. Usually I can type in this first big stock and it'll tell me the market news, but today, no sir, it's not showing me. Yeah, it's not showing me the news this morning, team. Did BYND just switch sides? BYND was on the down gappers list. Now it's on the up gappers. Whoa, it did. Look at BYND. I thought I saw it on the down gappers list today, and I was right. So BYND, look at this move, guys. BYND just ripped up here. I completely missed it. Look at BYND, team, because that one is ripping up big here. Look at BYND. That one's going. It's now up from 1010 basically all the way up to 114. I love it when they make it really easy. But yeah, look at this. Big move. It was on the down gappers list this morning. I was watching it because it was on the down gappers, and now it just ripped up. So big move here for BYND, team. Yeah, we'll see what we get from that. But crazy move, honestly, so far. We'll see which way this one heads this morning, but bullish action right now. But yeah, let me see if I can find the catalyst. I doubt I can, but let me see if I can find it. Let me get Mitch in here too. Yo, what's up, man? But yeah, BYND just ripping up here. Huge move. We'll see what we get, though. It's got some levels above it to watch. Specifically, maybe right here, this opening range from Friday. What else we get? Previous day's close from Friday. Yeah, we got a few levels to watch here, so we'll see. Should be fun. Yeah, man, the Astros did it, bro. The Astros did it, man. I'm happy for them, man. They did it. Took the Yankees out. Whenever Mitch gets back, everybody remember, Mitch said that the Astros would lose to the Yankees. Remember, guys. Remind Mitch. Mitch did say, he didn't say it in the last week, but I remember him saying it before they started the ALDS. I remember him saying it. Mitch said it. He said the Astros were going to lose to the Yankees. I ain't making them up, bro. You said the Yankees were too powerful for them before we started the ALDS, man. And now we're here. Now we're here, bro. I'm just saying, we're going to win the World Series. That's all I'm saying, man. Washington is going down. That's all I'm saying. I'm I'm pretty sure you did, man. Maybe it was somebody else. I'm pretty sure you did though. Maybe it was either you or my uncle. It was either you or my uncle. But still, yeah. I guess it's possible. Right, it's the Yankees though, man. No, everybody hates the Yankees. I hate the Yankees. They make too much. They have too much money now. You know, and I know the Astros are getting there, but I know. Hey, we're recently rich. We're recently rich, man. Leave us alone. You know, we're recently rich. We're not. You know, we're not the Yankees. The Yankees are old money. I'm just saying, the Yankees are old money, man, and everybody hates them. Everybody knows it's true. Oh wait, you're muted, man. My bad. Sorry,
You
Mitch and I are
spend money.
arguing.
You spend money to make money. That's all it is.
Yeah. Here, hold it down, bro. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. Hold it down. I'm gonna throw you up. I'm gonna throw Mitch's chart up. Let Mitch talk about what he's watching. Then we can look up the overall market news. Hold on. All right.
Does Beyond Meat produce kosher now?
I don't know, man.
The Beyond Meat life.
Yeah. All right. I'll be back, team.
Oh man, they got a sandwich to go now for Dunkin'. Man, this Beyond Meat, that's the biggest hype stock I've probably seen. It's lasted longer than TLRY. I know a lot of people are interested in this kind of push up today, but really, uh, give me a short, please. Somebody give me some shares up there at the top. I'll take it off of anybody's hands because this stock does not belong in nobody's business being up here. So I think you definitely see BYND in the next 6 months underneath 100. That's just my prediction. Back when we were up there near 200s, I predicted a pullback to 150, and now I'm gonna say that this is going down to 100. Yeah, BYND has a lot of we'll call sympathy news. It's just fluff pieces to me. The only thing that's going to get me back into BYND is going to be really good earnings or something that actually can diversify them. A sandwich in Dunkin'. I mean, it's positive news, but I don't think it's something to really get behind that investors are going to come back and push this stock back up here, even to 150. I don't think it can even get to 150 here. So today you got a little push there. What we going up to 116, but relative to the move, the down move, this has gone down from about 141 all the way down to 105. So that retracement really is kind of small. It's still very bullish. I think the heavy resistance in this stock is going to be near 122. So that's where I think it can head up to before it comes back down. But will be interesting to watch for sure. We got MDR on the chart today. MDR, this is one that's been going kind of active for the last couple months. One of the biggest things with MDR is this big volume on September 20th that went up, that crashed from the 590s. And then I can see kind of a high here at 383s, a high here at 278. Those are the kind of ones I'll be watching, important price points. And you come in a little bit closer and you see this stock went up pre-market and come down all the way down to the 280s. It needs to find some support. We need to find some support on this stock. If we don't find support, we're not going to be able to trade it. So I'm going to go on the hourly chart and see where we could see potential support come into the stock. All right, guys. So I'm seeing 270s. 270s is what I want to see hold. All right, 270s needs to hold so that I could look for a potential pop through $3 on this stock. Well, with Roku, I'm not sure where we're gonna find good pricing in this one now. I think it's been trapped, bouncing back here, but I think it's gonna keep coming back down. Um, let's see what we're at with Roku. Roku has a big resistance there at the 140s. That's really what I want to see it get above for it to start getting back into the bullish sense. But I think this resistance is going to hold up here. I think we can look for a move back to 120. 120 seems reasonable to me. But where's this stock going? I'm not sure. It's so much on Roku, just based on the fact that I'm not so sure on the industry leader Netflix. Netflix got really good international data, so their subscriber rate for international was actually growing, and that's what kept them up. So I'm not sure how that's going to affect Roku, but I can at least release that information. Yep, there is an upgrade on Hewlett Packard. Not really my type of stock though. It's a little bit too slow moving for me. If you look at Hewlett Packard, it's up on the day and up on the weekly chart. The weekly chart looks bullish. If you look at the weekly, you'll see a large flag pennant kind of holding here. There is one thing I will let you guys know. There is about 100,000 shares to sell at 1575 for Hewlett Packard. Hewlett Packard, I could see this one going up to 16 today. But there is a big sell order at 1575 for Hewlett Packard. Rise and shine. What's going on, Maui? All right, what's going on, everybody? How we doing, traders? Good morning, good morning. Good morning, Mr. K, Penzit Live. We got Leslie Knight in the house, Kankster, Tia Max, Cola. We got Rich. We got it all in the house.
All right,
what are you
guys.
doing over here? What are you doing, Mr. Hendricks? Playing with my computer, hitting
BIMI.
buttons.
Kevin says BIMI on the rise, worth jumping in. You think? I don't know, man. I wouldn't marry it, that's for sure. I don't think it's. The number one thing that a lot of new traders do wrong is they think that investing in some of these big crazy movers is a good idea. And I don't know if it is or not. Hey, this thing might go to 100. But if it goes to 100, it's almost certainly coming back down. It's just. Sometimes, rarely, these will hold their gains. The daily chart does look strong. But a lot of the time, these are just getting pumped up. And I think every new trader, a tip for most new traders is always go into these big parabolic movers with as much skepticism as possible. Be skeptical of these stocks, right? If a stock's going up over 200% in a week, be very skeptical of that stock. I'm not going to say it's not going to continue. I'm not going to say it's going to end up coming down. It might come down. It might end up running up. But just be skeptical, because a lot of the time these stocks are terrible companies that are getting pumped up so that they can make a quick buck. And so just be skeptical. Have skepticism. Don't trust them. That's my best advice I can give.
You guys could hear me, right? I just want to make sure.
Yeah, we can hear you. Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah.
All right, everybody can hear Mitch? Has everybody been able to hear Mitch the whole time?
Yeah, because if not,
I'm pretty sure. You were unmuted on my end. You weren't muted. Good morning to learn. Good morning to learn. Stumbled in front of a fast-moving FOMO train. Didn't end well for me Friday. I have some soul searching to do, and next time have some wisdom and not trade off my emotions. Hey, brother, it happens to the best of us, man. So just hang in there, brother. Listen, remember, Eagles, whenever a tough trading day like this happens, remember, that pain is necessary, man. It's necessary for you to learn and grow and improve your trading, brother. So try to be optimistic, see the bright side of it, and hang in there, bro. Yeah, they can hear you.
Yeah, at the end of the day, one of the best things you can do is learn the importance it is for you to stick to your system, because that's what you need to attach your emotion to. The emotion can't be attached to the loss. It needs to be attached to the system.
Right.
So it's okay to be upset if you're not trading your system. I think that's one thing that is important for traders to understand. If you're losing because you're not trading towards your system, it's okay to be upset because that's what you worked hard for. That's what you built. You took your time to build a system for yourself. And if you're not going to go ahead and trade with that system, then we're just not following the system itself and we're going to get inconsistent results. So let's just get back to the system, get back to our bread and butter. And that's what always is going to work out for you.
Right, and it's like I said, like that pain, that hurt that you feel, it's necessary because that's how you condition yourself to do the right things. You know,
Yep. You make it important.
right. It's because that burn, like whenever you take a big loss, you know, whether it be you're not following your system, you got emotional, whatever it is. Whenever you take a big loss like that, that burn is what's going to keep you from doing it again the next time. That hurt, you know, you're going to say, man, that hurts. Man, that hurts really, really bad. I don't want to do that again. You know, so the next time you try to make that same mistake, you're going to say, okay, do I want to feel that again? I don't. So I'm just not going to do that this time. And that's how you grow as a trader. And so try to see the bright side of it. Like losing trades and big mistakes, they're necessary for for those reasons. And so I know when I lose, I try to see the bright side. But Steve, I think Mitch is doing the EMA strats. Right?
Yeah. So I've been doing them for a while now. I'm probably going to continue doing them this week. Maybe mix in a little bit of other trades, but still sticking to them and letting it work. One of the things that I've been trying to do is kind of maybe play with the EMAs a little bit, maybe make it a little bit tighter so I have some more action in the trades. I've made it a little bit slower, and so with this, I haven't taken as many trades as I'd like. I've taken 8 trades on this. So far, I've been 50-50. If I kind of be a little objective and look at the right entries, it would be more of a 60 to 70% accurate. But we need to go on my execution of the strategy. And that's what I wanted to stress on, guys, is like, I can give you guys the best strategy in the world, but if we can't execute that strategy, then there's no point in even trading that strategy.
Right.
So that's really what I'm working on, guys, is trying to down pack that strategy. And that's what you need to work with every strategy, is get to the point where you can trade it mechanically and know where your entries and exits are and not hesitate, not worry about the emotions of trading, and just take the trades because it's there and that's the setup that you're supposed to take.
Yep. What's up, El Toro? Welcome, brother. First time here, man. Yeah. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every single weekday morning on YouTube. We day trade the open. We let you guys watch us for free. We're not selling a course or anything. We're generally just letting you watch us trade for free, and we do this every single weekday morning. And so if you appreciate what we do here, you know, we'll actually show you our platform, our executing broker, all of that stuff. And so if you appreciate what we do here, click the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. Right now, we are at, let's see how many subs we've got right now. We are at 14,244 subscribers. Let's try to get up to 75. Let's try to get up to 75. Let's try to get up to 14,275. So again, hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Is there a training just on charts? I don't feel comfortable until I completely understand the charts. Yeah, I mean we've got a few classes on charts. Just go, Ray, if you haven't already, just go look at our free day trading course class playlist. We've got a bunch of free classes there. Let me see. Hey, appreciate the sub. Kennedy, welcome to the team, brother. Appreciate the sub, Yassine, Jesus, Cameron, welcome, guys. Appreciate it. We should be getting another 2 subs here. Yep, there they are. What's up, guys? Appreciate it. Welcome to the team. Yeah, I mean, it just depends on what kind of charts that you're looking at. We got gaps, we got trading plans, all-day fades, VWAP fades, bull flags, bear flags, support and resistance, EMA pullback, moving average scalp, VWAP fades, We've got VWAP strategies in general, VWAP bounce. So that's what we got so far. All right, guys. But yeah, appreciate all the new subs just now.
Welcome to the team.
Yeah, no worries, Dennis. No worries, brother. All right, guys, we got 10 minutes left. Like I said, last week was, like, if we look at my stats here, it's a very interesting statistics for me last week. Last week, I was exactly 50% accuracy. 50% accurate. I was exactly 50%. And so I had 11 winning trades and 11 losing trades. But my average hold time for my winning trades was 37 minutes. My average hold time for my losing trades was 19 minutes. My average winning trade was $101. My average losing trade was $49. My largest win was $406. My largest loss was $138. And my profit factor was over 2. And so what does that show? That shows I was using good risk reward in my trades. My losses on average were half the size of my winners. And so... and I was able to make a gross profit last week of $576. So not bad. Interesting statistics. No losing days in net profit, or no losing days in gross profit last week either. I was able to rebound. I've kind of implemented a system here, and it's kind of, I don't know how I feel about the system that I've implemented, but basically what I've been doing is that I've been trading very slow most of the morning. I've been getting my feet wet, kind of getting my experience with the morning, taking small size, and then towards the end of the morning, generally, I've been taking a few larger size trades, and like I said, I have not lost in one of those big trades since after that. And so, again, I think that eventually I am going to lose with the big size that I'm taking later on in the morning, and I do have to understand that. And I guess I just have to figure out the best way to approach it. Like I put out in a video this weekend, I've been using the previous day's closing price as my risk a lot of the time late morning. And it's such an important level because that level is what dictates whether a stock's going to be red to green or whether a stock's going to fill the gap. And so that level, the previous day's closing price, is going to have a lot of sway over a stock's movement generally. And that's the level I've been using a lot in my trading. And so I'm going to just keep using that here. If we look at it with BYND, you can see an example of it here. I'll have to get with two-way. I know two-way had a program that would automatically document the previous day's close on my charts. I got to get with him about that. But yeah, here's the previous day's close for BYND right there. We got, so I'm just going to start documenting those. But hey, appreciate the sub. Joshua, welcome, brother. Appreciate it, man. Thanks for the subscribe, bro. Yeah, like I said, guys, hit that subscribe button. Let's try to grow. Let's try to keep pushing. Let's try to, like I said, I think we're going to try to get up to 75 today.
With Tefs, you can set that clothesline. You can just right click on a chart and set the clothesline. Yesterday's clothesline.
See, I don't know how to do it on Thinkorswim. Let me look it up.
Yeah, there has to be a way.
Well, there's a code. I could probably search for it. I know two-way gave me like a code for it to where it would automatically document it on my Thinkorswim. But I put the code in, and he never did.
Location value.
Where's that at?
Let me see if this is it. I'm just reading into it. Hold on.
Okay. Here, I could add studies maybe. It might be studies or analysis.
Yeah, that's what I'm looking at it.
Close location value. Let's add that.
No, that's a study.
Yeah,
that's a study.
Yeah, that ain't
well,
it.
It'll get you your close value, but
yeah.
Let me see.
All right, guys, we got 6 minutes. But yeah, like I said, I'm trying to figure out how to add the previous day's close to this. I would think maybe support and resistance studies. No. It's just easier to just do it myself. Like what I do, the way I find it is like I go to I go to the close and I just look at the candle and I hover over the candle and then I look like up here. You could see close. It'll say C right there for close. And so I'll look at that, and in this case it's 110.07 or 110.07, and so I can just draw it that way, and that way works. But
Yeah,
yeah,
it should be at least from what I'm seeing, it should be easy just to make the code
yeah,
and just put close.
yeah. I'll have to figure it out. I'll work on that after stream, and maybe I'll upload it to Discord or YouTube. Yeah, I think that's the one he actually sent me. Funky is that one. All right, guys. I am a beginner trader. I used to lay bricks. All you said sounded like Greek. Yeah, man. You'll get there, bro. It just takes time. Just watch some of the classes. That's what you really want to look at. Watch the support and resistance class. That's like the biggest, I think that's technical analysis is what you really want to understand when you're first starting out. Aside from like learning how to do it in general, and then once you understand technical analysis, you can learn how to calculate risk reward, go through the process of learning. I am using Thinkorswim for my charts. But yeah, main watches today, guys. MDR. MDR, probably the top of the list here. We got BIMI. I'm pretty sure it's not tradable yet, though, for us. Yeah, still not tradable. But MDR is big watch. We got AMD gapping up some. We've got YNDX. We've got YNDX here. We've got what else? We got Roku, PTON. See what the cannabis stocks are doing. I haven't looked at those. They're moving. I might watch CGC too. PTON, Roku, SQ. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep an eye on those. PETS. We got COTY. I'm pretty sure it's tradable for us too. So I'll probably watch COTY. Yeah, COTY, YNDX. I think they. Let me look at IPWR. No, INFY is what it is. Yeah. And then BYND. Alright, so yeah, that's basically what I'm watching right now. But MDR is at the top of my list here. Alright, guys, we got 2.5 minutes. Let's go ahead and get this all set up. Get everything rolling here, team. Alright. Alright, as you can see, my account balance is up to $620 roughly, a little bit under $620. So, was able to rebound nicely Friday. Probably kept it about break even last week. Apple. How come BIMI isn't tradable? Because most stocks, if over a 6-month period, the stock has less than 500,000 shares traded daily on average, then it's not tradable. So basically, a lot of penny stocks are not going to be tradable on TEFs, just because while they may have started to move a week ago, over a 6-month period they've been pretty dull and slow, and so they haven't listed them in the platform. With TEFs and TradeNet, the stocks that they list are all about liquidity. It all depends on the average daily liquidity of that stock. If the average daily liquidity is low, then generally it's not going to be tradable. Before the bell, guys, if you want to use the same scanners that Mitch and I use, I'll post this link here. Best scanners in the game, super customizable, dynamic, lets you do a lot of different stuff. There's the link. If you use promo code BT15 at checkout, you do get 15% off of Trade Ideas. And so if you want to check that out, there's the link. We got, like a minute? No, let me see. We got 30 seconds, team. 30 seconds. Let's do this. Good luck, guys.
Biggest thing with me, guys, is still that 300 level on the SPY. We made up all that big drop that we had yesterday not yesterday, but on Friday. So 299, very important. And let's see it try to test 300
All right.
today.
All right, there's the bell. We got AMD ripping up here. We got, let's see. AMD's moving. I don't know if it's ripping up. It just kind of retraced, but we have a big wick on it right now. SPY hasn't done much. PTON maybe starting to rip up a little bit. PTON.
Yeah, that one got a bunch of buy ratings. I mean, I'm not really bullish on the stock, but it did get a whole bunch of buy ratings.
Yeah, I'm looking at, I'm trying to look at the previous day's close for PTON and see where that level is. Let me see if I can find it. I think it's at 52. Yeah, it's right around that level, 52 to 48. All right, so we did get a rip up in AMD. We did get a rip up in Roku here as well. Roku and AMD spiking up here. A lot of people watching BNGO. We did get a drop in CRON or in CGC, and I might be able to actually use the previous day's closing price in this one for CGC. Let's see, this one opened at 24, closed at 21.
CGC look good.
Yeah, I need the VWAP to drop a little bit, but I've documented the previous day's close, and so we'll see if it actually like follows through with it. Where's the VWAP on my chart? It's gone. What? I don't know why the VWAP is off. There it is. So yeah, so I'm looking at the previous day's close for that one. We'll see. AMD just bounced off of the VWAP. Roku ripping up here. Roku spiking up, guys. Alright, so we do get a drop here for CGC. And this is good, because this way, if it gets down to like 20 or so and then pulls back, I could probably short into it, because the previous day's close is right there, and that's a big level. Alright, but yeah, Roku ripping up some. Roku did rip up some. Let me look at CRON. INFI bouncing up some. Same thing with kind of the same thing with CRON here. Let me find the previous day's close for this one. Look at exactly where it goes. You want to see why I talked about that in this weekend's video, team? Look at CGC just now. Like, look at that. Exactly up to the level I drew. Look at this. This is the previous day's close. Look at where it goes. It goes exactly up to the previous day's close. Exactly. To the very cent. That's why it's such a huge level, an important level, team. 831. Here's the close. I'm kind of watching the same thing for CRON, and I like it as a risk level here for CRON. I'm starting to like it for CGC here as well, so that's what we're watching.
Nice breakout there, guys, in the clothing sector, in the retail clothing sector.
So what, like Macy's?
Yeah, Ayo.
All right, so now that we got these drops on CGC and CRON, now if it does bounce to the VWAP, I can short into these and I can use the previous close as my risk level. That's what I'm planning on doing right now. The SPY is actually very sideways and choppy right now. The SPY hasn't done much since the bell rang. It's just kind of a lot of wicks in the overall market in the SPY. All right, team. SPY down. SPY down. SPY just broke lows. Funky, I think they're 0.006 cents per share. But there is some fees. I think after fees, it's roughly around 0.0075 per share on average. Just an estimate. All right, so here's CRON and CGC. The SPY is down. And so all of these are okay. Make me think it's okay to short into these. Roku ripping up still. I was watching COTY. I don't know how much I really like this one. if we can get CGC up to 2010 and CRON up to 24 or so, I'll take it. Again, basing the previous level off of, or basing my risk off of the previous day's close. That's what we're watching. AMD's bouncing to the VWAP here.
Nice VWAP bounce there on American Eagle.
Yeah, just waiting for these. Again, SPY originally broke lows. It's now bouncing back some. We'll see what happens here with the SPY. But overall, it's pretty choppy, I think. If we look at AMD too, like AMD's pretty choppy too. All right, there goes the SPY ripping up here to the top of the range of the day. There's a triple top at 299.55. So if it breaks that, it could start to rip here on the SPY. So again,
one that's looking strong today is Michaels for that 10 rip.
There's the SPY. SPY's pushing up to 299.80s here. Huge rip in the SPY. And so I think that's going to drag a lot of these other stocks up. But a huge rip. Alright, CRON is getting up there. I do have to be careful though here with the overall movement of the SPY and how low the VWAP is. It's not a great risk reward trade, but I can take 100 shares and just kind of let it work up to my risk level of 31 as a little feeler trade. Watching CGC as well here. Don't hate that, but Alright, CGC's up there. I like the risk reward in CGC a little bit better, but I just don't know if I'm actually going to get that move there. I like the previous day's close bringing above me though, and I like risking it off of that level for CRON here. I'm watching CGC though. I really wanted instead that one over at around 2007. I think the risk reward was just much better there. I'm going to short into this one a little bit more. Just 200 shares of CRON. Let's see. 20. Risking about $22 on this one. Like I said, since my sizing is so small with this, I'm just going to be in and out. I don't think I'm necessarily going to scale out unless it hits exactly my reward target down at 808 or 807. We'll see. A little bit of a breakout here for it. We'll see what the SPY does. I mean, like I said, I'm taking it small because I don't really want to trade against the market, even with the stock that is probably a little unrelated. I don't necessarily want to trade against the market. Let's see, 28. So like I said, risk level is 31 in this one. Close. There's CGC up there, and I do like CGC again because I can use that previous day's close. It's just about do I want to take it or not with the cannabis sector ripping like it is. Um, if I do take it, I'm just gonna get with 100 shares here. CGC's got a little bit better range for me to attack here. Alright, so there's the previous day's close on CRON. We got a nice little rejection there. But we got to watch it pretty firm here. And CGC luckily is dropping down for me, but this is the one with bigger sizing, so I just got to keep an eye on this one more than anything. Because if this one starts to rip, then it's pulling a red to green move, and I don't want to get involved in that. But trading super small to where it's not really the end of the world either way. So see, it gets rejected at that previous day's close, which is great. CGC is getting rejected here too, which is good. It just depends on... this is why I love using the previous day's close here. But again, it gives me a really easy level to follow. But I still have to be careful because we still got a lot of support underneath me right now for CRON specifically. CGC looks a little bit better. I like CGC here. But we do still have some support underneath me for CRON. Market's kind of sideways still, though. All right, so we're back up to my risk level here, which again is 31. I got to be careful here. If it rips, it could rip up big because this is the previous day's close. All right, I'm out. Got squeezed up there. Broke the previous day's close. Same thing with CGC. And yeah, we just got a red to green move, which is just a washout long on this one, unfortunately. Luckily, I traded it pretty small. What else we got? And so yeah, we did get the squeeze, which is what I was really worried about. But I still like the trade. I don't think it was a bad trade. Maybe if I did make a mistake with it, I think the mistake is more so me. Yeah, let me put CGC up on this one. Is me trading the same sector with the same stock. I think that might be a mistake. I think I should probably try to hedge it a little bit and not trade, the same sector with the same stock or type of stock, because if one goes against me, both are going to go against me, and I think maybe that was me getting a little overzealous with it, but it is what it is. Still down less than $50 on the day. $19. Where's the previous day's close? It's at 23. Plus, I mean, right now the market's just a little choppy. We are getting a breakdown in the SPY though. Got to be really careful here, specifically for CGC. Let me pull it up if I can. There we go. Yeah, you can see the previous day's closes right here. So hopefully we get a rejection, but
short there on CGC for the cross. Risk is 20.35s.
I hope it works out, bro, because that's the same trade I'm in.
Yeah, I like that level there at 2020s. I got in there at 2021.
Yeah, the previous close is 2021. That's why it's my risk level, so it's a little bit different our trades, but different signals.
The one that I really liked that I saw a really nice cross on was Square, but it never came back. It still hasn't come back. That dropped from 670 all the way down to 590s.
I just got out of this one. It broke the previous day's close, unfortunately, and then so I just had to get out of it. Yeah,
All
see,
right,
that's
guys, about to get squeezed out. There's a rejection there. Let's see if it covers. See if any
yeah.
shares actually fill here.
Make sure you guys can see. There we go. PTON doesn't look bad there too.
This is just playing with the spread right now, guys. It threw the spread up there, 20 cents up, and then swept up some stops. Let's see if anyone buys it up here.
I have a rule that I don't switch trades. So like I don't go the opposite. If I'm down in one, I don't switch sides. I think I could just get myself into trouble if I switch like that. Should have bought BNGO, was at 85. I mean, yeah, hindsight's 2020 though, you know. Plus it's a penny. Yeah, I mean, plus it's a penny stock. I can't trade that one anyway. But yeah, I mean, in hindsight, it's always like, oh, I should have bought Apple 20 years ago too, you know. But in the end, it kind of is what it is, you know. Looking at PTON, like I said, I'm pretty small on the day, $53. I've been doing much better later on in the morning, and like I said, if I made a mistake, I think I got a little overzealous with the trading two of the same sector stocks at the same time. I think that was probably the wrong move, if I'm being honest with myself about it. But again, I've been trading small, and $53 is insignificant. I made like 200 on Friday, so in the end, I'm okay with it. What else we got? We got COTY. That may be a VWAP bounce here. I'm kind of looking at that. The only reason I'm hesitant is because the market's washing out and testing lows, and so I just don't want to go super short right now in the wrong stocks. I think cannabis stocks is underrelated to the market, but I think I got to be careful with shorting stocks. I think that's when I looked at my stats. I think that was one of the bigger things that I've been doing wrong is I've been going against the market some. Yeah, E-Trade. Most people don't have E-Trade or CGC or CRON to short. That's one of the benefits of using TEFs, the same platform we use, is that we can short any of them. All right, there goes the market. Market's down at 299.30s. Still looking at COTY maybe. I'm just gonna wait. Took a few small swings this morning, but patience is the name of the game here, so I'm just kind of hanging out. Like I said, I've been doing much better later on in the morning. You know, later on in the morning, my trades have been noticeably better than first thing, and I think maybe I took some a little too early today, but still watching. Just going to be patient with the rest of the trades I take today. Don't know if you can answer this live, but it's a support and resistance question. Look at CHK 1 year daily chart. Am I reading it right? If I'm reading it right, it's due to a 1. I'll have to get back to that one after a little bit later. Ray. My bad, brother. But I'll get to it. Just remind me a little bit later. I got you. Looking at SQ here. Let's see where the previous day's close. 60.46 right there. I don't mind that for SQ. And so yeah, if SQ gets up there, I might take another 100 shares or so with it. And so that's what I'm kind of watching right now, if SQ can get up there or not. Looks good for you though on CGC, bro.
Yeah, I might add here on a bounce, but just letting it keep going for right now. Gotta get through this bounce right here.
Yeah, you got a lot of resistance above you now. Now that it broke under that 31 level, I think 31, or no, it was 21. Now that it broke under 21, that should turn into a pretty serious resistance level now. So it looks good.
Just gonna hang tight.
There goes Cody. I was looking at Cody for a VWAP bounce, just never got it. But yeah, I gotta download that code. That'll give me the exact previous day's close. Alright, here we go with SQ. Like I said, SQ gets up there. I might start adding to it, but it's got to get up to 30 at least.
Probably gonna get squeezed out right here, guys.
What is MDR doing? I should have watched that one. I kind of took my eye off of it. Ooh, MDR failed some of the gap. Maybe on a bounce back, I'll consider MDR. Maybe. But it's got to bounce way back for me to really consider it. And again, I think that if it does pull back to the VWAP on MDR, I have to worry about a squeeze up.
All right, guys, about to get stopped out. Stopped out.
Small loss, brother.
Not even stressing it.
It's
Just working the strategy.
Yeah. Yeah, cannabis stocks, we got kind of some squeeze moves up. And so, same thing happened to me. There goes MDR bouncing back, though. I will watch MDR here. And if SQ can get up there, I'll look at that one. Again, I can use roughly around this $0.50 plus previous day's close as my risk. And so if I can find a position to get in with SQ, I will. There's 28s, 30s. All right, I'm going to add 100 shares here for SQ. In with 100. Again, risk is this 48 level. So my risk is about 20 cents here. AMD kind of looks like a VWAP bounce. Kind of. And I'm getting a squeeze on SQ too. Quick squeeze up. Gotta let it test my level though. This is my level here at 48. There's a rejection there so far. Hopefully that level holds. But if not, 100 shares. There's 100 shares. Alright, we're getting a big squeeze up quick here for SQ, so I gotta be careful because it's starting to squeeze. We did get another rejection exactly at the level I drew though, and this is why I draw it there, because the previous day's close has some sway. But with the way it's squeezing up, I just have to have my hand over the cover button here because this could squeeze up quick. But we did get 2 confirmations of the previous day's close, so hopefully it continues to hold. But it's not looking great. Look at MDR. MDR is getting back up there. I'm kind of keeping an eye on it. I'm watching MDR, patiently watching it. It's up to 270s. It doesn't look bad. With SQ, we're kind of battling this previous day's close. There we go. We'll see. We'll be patient with it, but and so yeah, there's the rejection on of the previous day's close. Not bad. Wish I would have gotten maybe a little bit better entry. Maybe got a little bit impatient with it and jumped in too soon, but there goes MDR here, climbing still. With MDR, it's just about whether you think it's gonna pull a washout long or it's gonna continue down, or what anybody thinks it's gonna happen. I could see some resistance above it. You do have some resistance at 78, 80s for MDR. 86 is a risk level. 88 is a risk level. So those don't look bad, but again, we're gonna be just patient with it and wait for it. Watching SQ, it's kind of in middle ground here, I'd say, but starting to creep up to the top. What do you guys think of MDR? Do y'all think it'll fade, or do y'all think it's going to rip up? It looks like a fade. It does look like a fade. I'll say that. We'll see if I'm right, but it does kind of look like a fade for MDR. Which watch list, man? What's up, Kevin?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, no worries. No worries. Ray. I try to be patient, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, in the end, trading is all about patience. You know, you're gonna miss stuff. You're gonna do the right thing sometimes. You're gonna do the wrong thing sometimes. And trading is all about keeping yourself together. There we go. There's a beautiful drop here, right down to my wrist. So SQ, maybe gonna look to add into it up to 35. But yeah, trading is all about patience. That's all it is, really. It's just a patience game. You have to have the patience to wait for the right setups. You have to have the patience to get through losses. You have to have patience in general, you know, and that's what trading mostly is about. But yeah, I don't know about teaching 10-year-olds to trade. I'm sure there's some liability issues there, Ray, but yeah, what's up, Kevin? Yeah, sorry, Kevin. Yeah, we're kind of all trading right now, brother. But there we go. There's 20s for SQ. Not too bad. 19s. Not too shabby here. I'll take it. 13s. We might get a bounce right here, though. Right here.
Yeah, you're looking good. SPY starting to crash for you.
Yeah. Yeah, SPY broken lows.
Yeah, that 299 is just going to be very important. Look for a big volume to get in there at 299 to show you that you got a bearish trend for the day.
Yeah, I mean, it's 100 shares, and it's not big enough to really be concerned either way. I think I just gotta kind of try to let it work, see if it breaks lows. We might bounce right here, though. Again, right here at this, we got some support at 16s, and so either way, I'm just trading it pretty small. We're going to give it time to break down if we can, is what we're shooting for. Hopefully the SPY doesn't bounce before then, but if that happens, so be it. It's all about the spread right now to a certain extent anyway. Yeah, there's the bounce up.
CGC faked me out. Faked us both out.
Yeah, it's just choppy today, unfortunately. They looked like they were going to pull a red to green move, and they just got choppy, man. It happens. Sometimes cannabis stocks are good to me. Sometimes they're bad to me, and it's okay. I don't know why I keep them around, but it's because I love them. You know, I love the cannabis stocks. What can I say?
Because I gotta buy high and sell higher.
Right.
That was
Yeah,
the
man.
problem there.
Yeah, it's Half Baked. Half Baked is one of my favorite movies.
Yeah,
Half
that's
Baked's
what we got there.
the best movie,
Half
man.
baked.
Yeah.
We
Great
got
movie,
half
man.
baked, man.
Let me talk to Samson. All right, we're getting a rip up. I could consider adding to this one for SQ. Again, though, we're getting a SPY rip up, and so that's the problem. Maybe we're going to run into some resistance here, but I'm right around break even in this trade, so we'll give it time. But if it gets up to 34, I can risk off of 48 again. So maybe that'll work, but we're going to just let it sit and wait. Yeah, I'm mostly short bias. Sometimes I'm long though. Last week I went long a bunch of times too. It just depends. Depends on what the market's doing. Really, is usually what sways my opinion. But I'm naturally short biased. I do think I'll probably short a little bit more than I go long for sure. Here's the SPY though bouncing up. SPY just needs to pick a trend, which it's kind of sideways right now. Hopefully we get a rejection at the VWAP and we get that confirmation and a downward trend, but we'll wait. Alright guys, also if you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post this link here as well. There's a lot of big benefits, especially if you're like a new trader. One of the benefits is that once you're approved for the funded account program, you can day trade in short stocks with no PDT. You can day trade in short stocks as much as you want, and you actually comes with a trading course, a demo account to trade with, and pretty cheap commissions. Plus, you get access to their chat room as well. And all of that is like their base package is $3.99 through my link, and so it's pretty cheap, and it allows new traders to day trade in short. And I think that's pretty rare. It operates like a prop firm, and so there's a 70-30 split with their base package, and there is a max loss of 700, and so if you go under 13,300, but you get 14,000 in buying power to trade with, and again, I think that just makes sense. And so if you want to check that out, I'll post this link here as well. Again, you can get a pretty solid discount if you go through my link. We do make a commission, so it's a great way to help support our channel if you're interested in doing that. You appreciate the free content that we put out every day. But yeah, I think it's beneficial. I think most of the time new traders are going to lose their account regardless of where they go, and I think it's cheaper to go the TradeNet Tefs route, spend $400, and that way, instead of depositing thousands into like a conventional platform. I think most of the time new traders save up $1,000 or $2, and they end up losing that a large majority of the time. And so I think paying $3.99, being able to day trade in short stocks is just a way to limit some of your risk when you're first getting started trading and just take the time to learn and gain some experience. And I think if you look at it from that aspect, in that regard, it makes a lot of sense, So here's a breakdown. Hopefully we get a breakdown under this previous low here, right around 15 to 18. There's 16s. Nightbot's a bot. I don't know if he talks back. He might. I don't know. All right, there's 15s. Let's see if we get the breakdown here. 10s. The bid spread needs to clear up a little bit. 13s. 11s. Maybe I got greedy here. I don't know. I'm going to take half off there. Hold my little 50 shares of SQ, see if we can get a further breakdown to the 90 level here. That's all we're really looking for. Yeah, I mean, everybody's got to pay their market tuition, though, precise. Like I said, it happens to everybody, and it's one of those things where it's like you just gotta learn. Like it takes time. It's gonna cost money. Like I have friends of mine that see me doing this YouTube thing, and they want to get involved with it. But it's like they don't have that much money right now. And so it's like my advice to them is always don't day trade. Do not deposit $1,000 if you don't have that much money and you can't afford to lose the money you deposit into your trading account. Do not do it. Don't do it. you're probably going to lose it. If I'm being honest, you're probably going to lose it all. And so almost every new trader is going to lose their first account. I don't care what guru you take. I don't care what teacher you have. Almost every trader is going to lose their first account. And in the end, you have to have reasonable expectations towards that and not think that you're going to, I think, like I said, I think it's in every trader's mind. Like, I'm gonna buy this guru's course and I'm gonna deposit $2,000 into my trading account, and then I'm just gonna be making money. I'm just gonna make all this money, and I'm gonna start paying my bills, and I'm gonna prove my parents or my wife or whomever wrong, and I'm gonna show them that I can actually do this. And I think every trader thinks that, but in the end, most of the time, they're just gonna lose their account, and I'm the only person that can tell you that is going to be truthful and actually tell you that, because again, I'm not selling the course here. But take your time. It doesn't mean it's impossible. There's going to be outliers, but in the end, have reasonable expectations. That's all I'm really trying to say. But again, just have the right expectations. And remember, guys, we do this live for free every single weekday morning. Smash that subscribe button, smash that like button, show your support for what we're doing here. We day trade live for free on YouTube every single weekday morning. And so again, smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, and show your support for what we're doing here. If you click the bell, you'll turn on notifications and you'll get an alert every single time we go live. And so hit the subscribe button, team. Let's see how many likes we have right now. We did get a nice breakdown. Maybe I covered a little bit too soon with this one, but it is what it is. There's 92s, 93s. Let's see if we get that low of the day break. I'll hold it. It's probably going to bounce right here, but I'll hold it. See if we get this low of the day crack. There we go. There's the low of the day break. 86, 85s. I'm going to get out here. I see it possibly bouncing up, so little gain, small win. I'll take it. We got 39 likes, guys. We got 39 likes. Like I said, the goal here, look at that. I got out right before that bounce. The goal here is to get up to, what, 275 today? So hit that subscribe button, team. Let's do this. But yeah, there's the beautiful fade for SQ. Nailed it. Roku's getting up there. And yeah, this is why I got out there. As soon as I saw this retraction with this wick right here, I was like, okay, I think it's going to bounce. And I got out pretty close to that low. I got out at like 89. I got out right here. So I got out pretty close to that. Happy with that exit for sure. Looking at Roku here. Roku doesn't look bad here either. It just depends on what the market does, honestly. Where's the previous close? The previous close on Roku is 91. So it's right here. Rip it up over that. Hey, appreciate the sub, J-Mac. Welcome to the team, bro. Appreciate it, man. And again, I mean, like I said, I'm not hating on anybody that sells a course. Some courses are good. I'm not hating on anybody that sells a course. I'm just saying, as a new trader, have reasonable expectations for it. Don't expect to turn $2,000 into $100,000 in 2 months. I know, of course, there's going to be some people that claim to have done that. And in the end, it's just a pitch for you to buy their course, And I'm the only, like I said, I'm the only guy that's going to tell you the truth behind that. But some courses are legitimate. It just depends. That's how you kind of know. Are they advertising reasonable things here in the market? Are they advertising reasonable wins? If they're advertising turning $1,000 into $1 million in a week, and of course that's embellished and exaggerated. If they're advertising that, you might want to go the other way, But in the end, some of them are good. Some of them are good. Not all of them, though, obviously. And in the end, it's very difficult to make it. Day trading is the single hardest form of investing in the market. Now that's a subjective thought, opinion, but in the end, it's very difficult, and you should have the right expectations towards that. And if you don't, you're probably going to lose more money when you first get started.
There you go on MDR.
Yeah, all I could say is like there might have been people that have done that, Zimmy. I'm not saying there haven't. All I'm saying is that it's very unlikely. And if people claim to do that yet they don't actually show any proof of doing it, then you should be skeptical of that. You know, if me being skeptical of somebody doing that makes you upset, and I'm not even talking about anybody specifically, but if me being skeptical of people like that makes you upset, you really want to think about why it makes you upset. You know, but in the end, like I said, we're free here. We just try to put out free content, and in the end, I think it's possible, but it's highly unlikely to make huge wins like that. And it has more so to do with gambling than it does with actually, you know, trading the right way. Because in the end, if you're making 1,000% profit, you know, in a week, I think that unless you're holding one penny stock that's just going parabolic, I think you're taking a lot of risk there too. Yeah, I like Ross. I think some of the stuff Ross teaches is legit. I like Ross. You know, like I said, I'm not hating on people. Like, there's some of them that are good, but there's some of them that are just sleazy. You know, and that's what I'm saying. You got to look out for the sleazy ones because they're out there. All right.
I mean, I think it's a little bit of both. You always
Yeah.
got to know because
Right.
at the end of the day, there's no way that these guys are teaching a system that's making everyone money.
Right.
Let's just tell you that much. I can tell you that flat out. That's the truth.
Yeah, like I said, in the end, it kind of it boils down to two things, right? Like you got people that teach real courses, and a lot of the times these guys are very quiet, and they'll just kind of they'll teach you their course, and they'll say, look, if you want to buy my course, here it is, and this is what it does. It's not going to be like a ridiculously, you know, it's not going to be Lambos all over the place type of thing. If you're seeing Lambos all over the place again, you may want to question why they're showing you that because they're trying to get you emotional about it, and so you'll buy their course. You know, in the end, if it's a good course, it'll sell itself because people are going to talk about how good it is. You know, if they have to get sleazy with the advertising, then it's probably not a good course, guys. It's probably not a good course, and
Yep.
and
I
that's
have to
just,
agree with that.
you know what I mean. And like I said, I'm not hating on anybody. I think I don't ever mention anybody's names because I'm not trying to dog anybody here. Like I'm not trying to hate on anybody. All I'm trying to do is say like I'm trying to teach traders, especially new traders, to be naturally skeptical because if you don't, you're gonna get taken advantage of in the trading world. You're just going to, and you know what I mean. And that's why it's like you get all these people that spend so much money on these courses, and then whenever I come along and I'm like, hey, you know, you might want to question whether it's like a good course, they get upset. They don't get upset because what I'm saying. They get upset because it hurts them to hear that like, hey, maybe I spent all this money on a course and I got ripped off. And so it hurts too much for them to be like, hey, I got ripped off. And so instead they just, you know, they just
All
get
right,
mad at me.
guys. Short here, AMD off of 3165s. That's where the crossover happens. So can hold the 3166. That's going to be the risk here. Let's see if it cracks down and comes back down. If not, we'll go ahead and get out.
Right, exactly, Funky. VWAP fades and bounces are way easier to trade. So I'm not hating on Ross. I think Ross's strategy is a high volume, low float scalping penny stock strategy. And if you guys know me, that's like the opposite of what I am. With that said, just because something doesn't work for me doesn't mean it's not going to work for you. And I actually like Ross's strategy. In fact, the 1 minute pullback is one of Ross's strategies that he talks about and teaches as well. And that's a strategy I like and I agree with. And so in the end, I'm not hating on anybody. You know, all I'm doing, I'm trying to teach new traders to not get ripped off. You know what I mean? And if you get mad at me for that, then you probably have gotten ripped off before, and it hurts to hear. But
I mean, if you're paying over $100 for a chat room, you just gotta ask yourself the question: is that worth it to me?
yeah. Speaking of chat rooms, everybody hit the subscribe button. We do this for free on YouTube every weekday morning. You can talk with your friends here. You can talk about stocks moving. You can watch us day trade live. Even if you hate us, we might lose. And you know that's going to make you happy. And so go on down and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that subscribe button. Click the bell. Turn on notifications. We go live every day, and we give you a free chat room right here. Ross doesn't trade penny stocks. Well, the definition of penny stocks is broad, I guess. What I consider penny stocks is stocks under $10 with low floats. But again,
Right, about to get out.
Your definition of penny stocks could mean. Oh, my bad. I didn't know you were in anything, Mitch. My bad, brother.
Nah, in and out.
Oh, but your definition of penny stocks might be stocks under $1. You know, everybody's definition's a little bit different. I think Ross trades low float stocks is a better way to put it. And again, I like what Ross teaches. I'm not hating on Ross. You know, I like his content. I think it's good content. Would I pay for the course? I don't know. I think most day trading content, educational day trading content, is available for free online already. And now when you're paying for a course, you're basically paying for a convenience of like organizing it all together. You know, there's not one secret strategy that they're going to teach you that somebody else doesn't give you for free already. You know, and you know what I mean? And like, it's all available for free already. And there's not one, it's not like $1 million strategy that everybody just doesn't know about. You know, like that's nonsense. That's what they want you to think, so you buy their course, you know?
Yeah, that's what I would say, at least. I mean, one thing that you got to remind yourself is if you can trade the strategy. It's like I tell you guys in pre-market today, it doesn't matter what strategy you're given. It matters if you can execute that strategy. I think what happens here is that Ross has a strategy. He does have a strategy. But the problem is there's not many traders that can execute that strategy.
Right.
And I think that's really where the problem lies, and why we try to attack something that's a little bit more simpler, like the VWAP fade, that have slower moving moves, but at least less risk.
Right.
Those trades are going to be very, very high risk. The speed is insane. And then your risk tolerance, you have to be high risk tolerance, and you have to stick to your levels. I can tell you, at least from experience, trading scalping strategies, high of the day momentum strategies,
super tough,
shorting the top. Those are strategies you are going to find out there, but they are the toughest strategies.
Right.
And they do make the most money, but there's a reason why they make the most money.
Because they also
it's because they have the most money at risk.
Right. And in the end, like I said, I used to trade high of the day breaks and low of the day breaks, and I think that you can trade them, but I think almost certainly new traders should focus more on pullbacks and bounces if they're shorting. I think that objectively, if you're looking at it objectively, I think it's a much easier strategy to trade: a pullback, a dip, a bounce.
I think what we're saying here is really the concept of trading ranges versus momentum stocks.
Right.
Purely momentum stocks are very, very hard to trade. Now, if you can understand a range of a stock, if you can understand historical pricing, and then you get such things like catalyst, that's what I would rather trade on. That's what I would rather stick to.
Right. Yeah, like
things
I said,
that I have historical pricings, things that I can understand the pricing, I can see the price action, versus sometimes when we get those big movers, we don't even know where the price levels are. Where's resistance, where's support is so key to every trade. If you do not know, you're just throwing it up in the air.
Right. And in the end, like I said, I'm not going to mention anybody's names. APOP. Like I said, I'm not going to say good or bad things about anybody. You know, I'm not going to say bad things about anybody. You know, like I've never taken Ricky's course. I can't tell you whether it's good or bad, brother. You know, like I said, I'm not one of those guys that are just trying to rag on everybody. Because again, like I'm not an expert or a guru here. I'm just trying to teach people how to not get ripped off. You know, and of course, the people that sell the courses are gonna get mad at me for talking like this. But in the end, like I said, I'm not saying any of them are good or bad. You know. The only, like, I've seen Ross's stuff, even Tim Sykes, like, Tim Sykes has got some okay content that he puts out for free, and so, again, I'm not hating on anybody, you know, I think that you have to take a look and see the truth. Like, one of the reasons I like TradeNet and TAPS is because it gives new traders an opportunity to day trade for cheap. You know, it's cheap, you know, you pay $3.99, it comes with the classes, it comes with the course, it comes with access to their chat room, a demo account, and more importantly, it comes with a funded account most of the time. Almost everybody's approved. That's why I like TradeNet and TAPS, and I think they even live stream every day as well. And so I can respect that. I can respect somebody that live streams every day, that shows you their stuff, and that gives traders a cheap option, right? But if we're talking about people that sell DVDs for $1,000, I think that's nonsense. I think that's absolute nonsense. They're not going to show you anything that isn't available for free already in those DVDs. And again, I think they're just kind of throwing it up, and they're seeing which ones. They're just kind of listing them online, and they're seeing who is going to be gullible enough to pay $1,000 for a DVD. Is what they're really doing. Uh, and so I
Not
think
to
in the
not to
trading
really
world, you got.
say that anyone's really wrong in the chat, but one of the things is when you do high speed scalps, when you're scalping with high volume, those are definitely going to be the hardest trade there is in the trading environment. I can just tell you that because you can look at all the proprietary traders, and they will all tell you. You can do your research. Scalpers are one in a few. There's very few people that can scalp with high volume like that. Reason why is the speed is both ways. You can make a lot of money in a fast amount of time, but you can also lose a lot of money in a fast amount of time. And
Right.
so that's one thing you got to remember, guys, is it's just the answer to yourself. Can I duplicate the strategy? If I can't duplicate it, if I can't perform the strategy, if I can't execute it, it doesn't matter how much sizing I use. It doesn't matter kind of my mentality, because if I can't execute the strategy, I can't trade it.
Right.
And that's
Ask.
one thing that you got to admit to yourself, and you got to see if you're even capable of taking that kind of speed of trade and be consistent with your execution, because that's what matters. It's not about one trade. It's about, can you do that multiple times, and can you do it in and out multiple times? Most traders, I can tell you right now, are going to have a hard time doing it in and out.
Which platform do you recommend for small accounts? That all depends, man. It really all depends on what you're trying to do. If you're only going long, there's U-Stock Trade, there's Sure Trader, but Sure Trader fees are gonna get you. If you're wanting to short, it just depends, right? If you're okay with trading 3 times per week, I mean, naturally, U.S. regulated brokers with free commissions are pretty favorable for you. If you're okay with only day trading 3 times per week, but if you want to actively day trade, you could try TradeNet and TEFs. You could try U-Stock Trade if you're in the U.S. You could try Trade Zero. And they all have their different pros and cons. I've never used Trade Zero. I've used Sure Trader. I love Sure Trader's platform, but the commission and the fees are what's really going to get you on Sure Trader. TradeNet and TEFs is pretty cheap, good platform, but there is a profit split and there's not that many penny stocks. But you can day trade in short stocks for pretty cheap with pretty cheap commissions if you use small size. And so it just depends on what you're really looking for in that regard.
All right, let's see if we get a bullish run here on the SPY. It held 299s, guys. So let's see if it wants to run through 299.60s. That's where I want to pay attention to the volume to see if it can come in there and break out through the 300. If it rejects from there, we'll probably get another test of that 299. A stock that's moving up here, guys, could definitely be on people's radars is DERM. Starting to move back up there, guys. Needs to break out through the 750 with high volume to see a squeeze in this stock that squeezed on Friday. But I am seeing volume come back in it, and it's starting to push towards the 740s.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at CGC. It's back up there, but CGC has not been following the VWAP at all today. Neither has CRON. So I was looking at it, but in the end, I don't think I'm going to mess with that. SQ and AMD are getting back up there. AMD's been following it some.
All right. Someone wanted us to mention UPS in the chat, and I can go through this chart right quick. I love these kind of patterns. This is a pennant pattern, guys. I actually have a class that's specifically on this kind of pattern. One of the things I like to see on these kind of patterns is 3 run towards the resistance. So we get 3 runs towards the resistance up there at 118.51. Then we get another move up there to 118.50. And then the last move up there to 118.48. That's really the breakout spot there, 118.50s. The base on this stock is basing out here at 118.30s. That's where I can see the risk on this one. So I look for 3 moves up, a hold of that third move down, where we got it right now, a move towards 118.33s. I think you can go ahead and risk now off of that 118.30s and look for a breakout towards 118.50s. But as you can tell, that's going to be about a 1-to-1 trade right here. So I would like to be closer towards the 35s if I was looking for a breakout.
Yeah, I'm in AMD with a small position. I was going to think about adding up to 66, but we'll wait.
What's the news on UPS?
SPY got rejected at the VWAP. I think that's why. We'll wait. 65s. 66, 67s. 68s. I'm thinking about adding here, and then just keeping my risk tight at 70, so it's like a few cents away, so that I'm only risking a small amount here. I'm gonna add 100, and then just keep my risk at 70.
All right, good down move there towards the 30s, 35, 36 there for UPS. See if we get a breakout here.
Uh, 70s. About to hit 70s, it looks like. Maybe we're going to get a rejection there. We got a lot of confirmation in that 70 level, but in the end, it's just such a small trade. I'm just kind of hanging out, keeping it pretty small. SPY is what I'm really watching too. I think the SPY is going to influence it some. See what the SPY is doing. Here's 69s, 70s. I get out. Squeezed up. Little scalp there. Maybe I'm going to get faked out here, but SQ's back up there. But what I'm watching really is the SPY, and if the SPY is kind of battling the VWAP, trying to take the VWAP, and that's the only thing I have to really be worried about is the SPY starting to reverse and turning bullish on us, and so I'll just wait. Small loss today so far. We're going to wait to see what the SPY does today. I've learned more from this live stream for the past 2 weeks than any other place. I appreciate that, bro. Thanks, man. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we just try to give people free content, and, you know, we take the good karma. But yeah, if you want to use the same platform as us, there's the link. Like I said, I'll post a review if anybody wants to see like a breakdown. The cons of TEFs and TradeNet are there's not that many penny stocks that are available to trade, and so if you're like a sole penny stock trader, they're probably not for you. But and I'll post this link here. But yeah, I think they have a lot of pros that outweigh that, like no PDT rule with their funded accounts. You can day trade in short stocks, pretty cheap commissions if you use small size. Includes the educational package, includes a day trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account to trade with for a few weeks. And you can get their base package through my link at $3.99. We do make a commission if you sign up through us. It's one of the ways we keep the stream free. And so if you want to help support our channel, it's a great way to do that. And there's the link. It depends on which package you have, Knight. It's an educational package, and the way it works is like I said, it's very similar to like a prop firm, and so it's not like you're depositing money into the account. It's a little bit different. Like my account was like 9 grand, I think, and I get 240,000 in buying power. But their base package, you spend 399 and you get 14K, and so you get like what, 20 to 1, 30 to 1, something like that. I don't know. I have to
Pretty big rip out there, guys, in the tech sect.
see.
Gonna watch to see if we're gonna get a lift above 299.60s here on the SPY. That's what we're heading towards right now. Let's see if we get above it.
35 to 1 is what you get. You spend 399, and once you're approved for the funded account program, you get 14K, so it's 35 to 1 is what it is. But yeah, avoided this rip in AMD. Glad I got out where I did.
It's just the market fighting you.
Yeah, Night King, but there is, like I said, I try to be honest with people about it. There is a profit split, so once you're actually profitable, like so they give you 14K in buying power once you're approved. And so say you turn that 14K into 15K and you make $1,000 in net profit. They're going to keep 300 of that and you're going to keep 700. So there's a 70-30 split, and there's also a max loss. And so say you get your funded account at 14K and you take a big loss of like 750, and you bring your account down to under 13,300. Then your account's closed down. And you can always buy another intro package, but you can only buy 2 of them. After that, they restrict you from buying any more, and if you want one, you have to move up to the next level. But so it's very similar to a prop firm, and so there's like a profit split, there's a max loss, pretty cheap commissions if you use small size, a good platform, and it's CFD trading, partnership with them, so it's a little bit different. So just do your research. Like I said, there's the link if you want to see the review of them. I kind of break down, the pros and cons. I appreciate it. Thanks, bro.
Kind of interesting topic here on UPS. There was a news release by it was by Benzinga Freightwaves about how UPS did a study on a case study of the booming CBD products for pets. And kind of what they talked about was that the actual U.S. Farm Bill actually hurt the industry because there was hundreds of new entrants that flooded the marketplace.
Yeah, it hurt some of them. Oh, it hurt what, UPS, or it hurt the other CBD companies?
It's just a study. The
Right.
study says that it hurt the industry overall.
They're just whining because they have more competitors now. More competitors is always good for the consumer because it lowers prices, and so that's the previously established CBD and cannabis companies whining because now they have more competitors, um, and so they're gonna try to say, oh, it hurt the industry. No, it hurts you is what it hurt. It's good for the consumer.
It's a little bit of both. I mean, it's good for the consumer in price levels, bad for the consumer in maybe quality. Certain things like when you have hundreds of entrants, you can't really know where the quality is, really.
Right.
I mean, everyone's going to tell you that they have high quality CBD right now. What's high quality CBD? That's the problem, I think,
Yeah.
really.
I mean, here's the thing. If you pick established brands, you'll be okay. Like, if you pick established brands, even they're going to have to lower their prices. And so it's still going to be the same. And so that's what I'm saying. Anytime you're always going to have questionable quality with lower prices. But if you pick the established brands, like, really, of course, it's going to be more difficult to compete in the CBD space because you got all these other people that are selling CBD now. But again, that's just going to lower prices and be good for the consumer. It's kind of like that would be kind of like the equivalent of Robinhood complaining right now, saying that them getting hurt and that TD Ameritrade and stuff is worse for the trading business because it's like now they have more competitors.
All right, guys. I'm starting to like that UPS. I'm not going to trade it, guys, because I'm not really supposed to trade pennants and bull flags right now. I'm trying to stick to my rules and not get a little overexcited here. But I do like it. I definitely think somewhere in that 30 areas, and you're risking off of 30s. It's a good risk to reward for the breakout on the stock. But I'm
Yeah,
gonna
thanks.
go ahead and stick back and relax. Probably call it a day here, as I'm not really seeing too many crossovers here, and we're seeing the market just kind of hold. At the end of
Yeah.
the day today, it's really not doing much. I think I got to wait until it either breaks out through that 299.60 or breaks down.
Yeah, I mean, right now it's just the market's just sideways a little bit. I appreciate that,
Yeah,
APAP. Hey, thanks for the
I
support,
can
bro.
at least say on Friday, once we finally did get that move in the SPY to break the resistance, or well, break the support in this case, um, we definitely started seeing better moves.
Yeah, I mean, if we look at the stocks that we traded today, man, like if we look at CRON, like up, down, crossing over and under the VWAP. If we look at CGC, same sector, same thing, over and under the VWAP. We look at AMD, up until now, that's what we got, over and under the VWAP. You know, we look at Roku. Roku's actually started to rip, but this morning, over and under the VWAP. And so with almost every stock that I was watching today, it's just been a sideways neutral-ish day. And very hard to trade it. So like I said, I'm down 43 bucks. That's completely acceptable for me right now, especially with how the market's been today. And hopefully we'll get a better market tomorrow. Maybe I'll trade again. I don't know if I will. I might just sit on my loss. I actually had a really good week last week, even though um, even though even though I was only 50% accurate. Can you take swing trades on? I think you can on TEFs, but you're only going to be able to use a certain amount of your buying power. And if you use more than you're actually allowed to, that they're going to hit you with a fee. And so I would reach out to them and ask them to be sure with that, because I'm not sure. I've never used swing trades and stuff on TEFs, and so I can't tell you yes or no because I've never really done it. I know you can, but I know they restrict the amount of buying power you can use. And so if you try to use too much overnight of your leverage, then they are going to hit you with a big fee. I'm pretty sure. So, like I said, best thing to do is reach out to them and ask them, because I don't want to tell you the wrong answer with that. Here goes the SPY coming down, though. We'll see. I was watching SQ, but MDR filled the gap beautifully here. I might like one thing I am noticing is that I'm seeing a lot of gap fills in the market. A lot of gap fills. Look at MDR completely filling this gap plus some. Didn't even stop at the previous day's close. Just ripped below it and just kept on going. Some bad news had to come out with that one. Something had to have happened from it. But you're allowed 20%. Okay, appreciate that, Steve. I knew it was something, which for me is fine. 20% is like what? I don't know what 50 something or 40 something thousand in buying power, which is plenty for me. Just depends on what package you have, I guess. But yeah, appreciate that.
All right, guys. All right, just checking out DERM, guys. That runner from Friday, now up there in the 750s. I'm gonna go ahead and take a second, guys. We got 235, 238 people watching right now. If you guys could do us a favor, support the channel, hit the subscribe button down below, hit the like. That'll definitely help out the channel, help us keep growing. At the end of the day, guys, we do this absolutely free. We do this so you guys can learn and see from experience how we trade every single day and show full transparency in our entries and exits. There's not many traders out there that you're going to find that are showing order entry and all this transparency. So definitely stick with us and hit that subscribe button. It helps us and helps us continue to grow and grow with you guys.
Yep.
And definitely, if you guys like these scanners that you guys see up here, check out Trade Ideas. Trade Ideas is really cool. They let us post these scanners up for free. A lot of traders can use these to go ahead and find the gappers in the morning. We go over through the gappers, the news, and everything in the morning. what this helps us out really does is it's really an easy use platform, helps you set alerts, price alerts, trading strategies. There's so many cool features that Trade Ideas has. I definitely say check it out. If you go through our link, you'll get a little bit of a discount, and definitely check out Trade Ideas.
You'll get the discount if you use the BT15 promo code during checkout. And so, yeah, you'll get 15% off if you do that. But yeah, best scanners in the game for sure. Yeah, Durham's running up.
Yep, it's definitely one to keep an eye on,
Yeah.
guys.
And I'll try to stick around for a little while. I might get into something else. We'll see. It just depends on what the market gives us right now. The market's starting to push up a little bit more, and so I'm just kind of hanging out. An interesting level that I drew on COTY. Like, look at this level. I drew this level another time. Like, it wasn't today that I drew this level on COTY. And like, look at that. All these levels were drawn another time, like not today. And look how well it's still following those levels for COTY. Interesting.
All right. Important thing to notice here, guys. I'm just going to call it out because I've been talking about it for a while now, guys. UPS just had about 12,000 shares go through there at 118.40s. I think that's an important price point. If you see shares start filling up there again at the 40s, we'll probably get that breakout there.
Yep. I'm looking at a few.
So you
like,
got a lot of shares right there.
we're just so sideways. Like, everything I'm watching today, nothing has picked a direction. Like, DERM is probably the closest one to it. But like YNDX was on the gappers list, nothing, sideways. AMD
Low volume
sideways
day for sure.
Right, CGC sideways. CRON sideways. Roku was sideways most of the day. SQ sideways now. And so it's like everything sideways is tough to trade. Very
Look
tough
at this
to trade.
SPY there, up there to 299.60s, like I talked about, and what did it do, guys? It just stopped.
Yeah.
It just halted.
It's just hanging
It just said, you thought I was gonna break out. You thought there. Don't get too excited too early. You got to be quicker than that.
But yeah, so now we're just chilling, guys. We're just hanging out. I mean, look, we can watch SQ. SQ's kind of battling the previous day's close right now. But that's about it. You know, not really much action right now in the market, so we're just kind of hanging out here. Let me see.
Appreciate the love, Billy. Appreciate the love.
Yeah, thanks, brother. Where do we get all those applications?
Thank you, Jason.
So you can get trade ideas through the link in the chat above you. Nightbot just graciously posted that link. If you want to use the same platform and kind of that we're using, I'll post that link here as well. If you want to use that. If you want to use the same platform as us, I'll post that link here. Let me watch. I tried to hit Control C. I hit Control F. Let me watch Netflix. I usually trade Netflix. Oh, I didn't copy. I usually trade Netflix and Tesla. Let me look at those. I do generally have pretty solid results with Netflix and Tesla.
All right.
The link.
Don't know if you want to joke around here, but I got a little joke out here. I just shouted out Billy over here, and all I could think of was, the Hot Chicks. Have you ever seen the movie Hot Chicks?
With Rob Schneider.
Yeah, when he was like, Billy.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So showing you some love out there, Billy.
Yeah. Yeah. It was good. I liked. I was watching. I like Grown Ups now. As like an adult, I'll watch Grown Ups. That's like something that we can watch with my kids too. Like my kids will actually somewhat enjoy Grown Ups. Over the weekend, we watched the new El Camino Breaking Bad movie. It was pretty good.
There it is, guys. Look at UPS. It filled up there. Pew! Look at that, guys.
Yeah, Netflix is still sideways too. Yeah, I think this big level here for UPS at 118.50 high of the day. I think that's going to be a big level. It could come right back down. You do see the trend line here, though, guys. Like, look at this.
Yeah, use multi-time frames, guys. Multi-time frames. You look at the 1 and the 5, they match.
Yeah.
The pattern supports the pattern. And that's one thing to remember, guys. When you have a bigger time frame supporting a smaller time frame, that's always going to be better than when your small time frame doesn't support the big time frame.
Yeah.
So in this case, the 5, the 15 all agree with the move. And so that's why I think it's a good pattern to take the move, because if you look back at the 5 or the 15, it'll agree with the 1 minute bullish view.
Kevin B says, "Guys, this news bad for BNGO? Every time I hear BNGO, I want to say the I. And
Yeah.
if so, is it just today or long term? Because earlier was at 176 down to 91 cents again, and I'm just trying to
Ooh.
understand why. All right, let's look at Bingo here.
All
And
right. I'll find out.
okay, so
My guess is an offering. My first guess.
yeah, let's look.
Let's
I can
find
see
out what
that.
it really is.
Yep, it's an offering. Yeah. So an offering is when they dilute the stock more, or no. I'm getting offering and a split mixed up.
All right, they came out with an SE. Wait, let me see if I can find it, guys.
Let me look. Yeah, it's an
Okay,
offering.
here you go, guys. I'm gonna put up the SEC filing, so you guys can run through it as we run through it. Also, I'm putting it up in the chat here.
So yeah, an offering is the sale of equity shares or other financial instruments by an organization to the public in order to raise funds for business expansion. Uh, so yeah, and you'll see companies do this a lot, right? Where they pump up the stock and then boom, they drop the offering on you. And this happens a lot, and it's manipulative. And a lot of times, if we look at stocks like BNGO, they're just not going to hold their gains. It's very it boils down to this: is that again, a lot of the gurus, a lot of the trading educators are going to be pushing penny stocks, and they're going to say, "Oh, buy penny stocks. They're easier to trade. They make these huge percentage moves. You can make 1,000% in a day. Yada yada yada, right?" And that's what they push. They say, "Oh, buy these penny stocks, everybody." And so I think the cool thing in the trading world is to trade these penny stocks, these big parabolic, crazy, ridiculous movers, right? And you can make a lot of money with them, but you could also lose a ton of money. And in the end, it's very difficult to trade these, and a lot of the time they're terrible companies. Biggest thing you want to have in your head anytime you look at a stock under $5 is it's on average, especially a low float stock under 5, you want to think terrible company, right? That's the first thing you should think, terrible company. Now, you should always be skeptical of it, and basically they rarely ever hold their gains. They just rarely ever hold their gains. Most of the time they fail. And a lot of times penny stock companies will pump the stock up and then they'll drop the offering. A lot of times they'll just pump the stock up regardless of the offering or not, and usually they come right back down. Yeah, I mean they might be easy. They're just not my style. Like I said, I can't say whether they're gonna work or not. Like I can't. I've traded penny stocks in the past. I stuck with mostly high of the day breaks, and I think that there's some strategies that are gonna work with penny stocks, like 1 minute pullbacks, dips. I think those work a lot of the time. But again, I think they're also very risky. Just like you can make a lot of money with penny stocks, you could also lose a lot of money in penny stocks. And so I think traders that get stuck on penny stocks because that's what was kind of advertised to them, um, I think sometimes new traders are going to have better results not trading penny stocks, and by trading just regular mid high cap stocks. But again, I think it's all subjective. Everybody has a different personality. Some people's personalities are going to be better suited towards trading penny stocks, and some people's personalities are not. And you gotta. Sometimes you're always going to have penny stocks that are advertised to you more often. But in the end, you got to just be real about what you perform the best with.
Yeah, guys, BNGO is a classic example of buy the rumor, sell the news. This is a stock that had some rumors, popped up there. It had some supporting rumors, bounced up there to 4. And then what happened is the investors came in and just knocked this out of the water.
Yep. You guys
And
want to see?
that's why we always tell you guys this isn't low risk game when you play these penny stocks.
Oh no,
This is
it's
a high
super high
risk game.
risk. Yep. And
And
you
that's
guys,
why we try to tell you guys that there is that risk out there.
oh for sure. Just like here's a big understanding, right? You're probably going to be told in the trading world that there's there's strategies where you can make a ton of money, but you risk very little. And yeah, there are. Most of the times those are option strategies. I will say that. But if you're actually trading stocks and somebody's going to tell you that you can have a huge 1,000% win, but you're not going to risk that much, they're wrong. Okay, if you're any trade where you have the potential, if you're trading stocks at least, where you have the potential to make a lot of money, you also have the potential to lose a lot of money. Okay, and that's when it boils down to good risk reward calculation. If you use good ratios, like I said, if we look at my stats here from the last week, my stats show this. Okay, if we look at my stats here, if we look at this, you can see, like if we look at my actual results here, I was only 50% accurate last week. I was only 50% accurate, but my average winning trade was $101.91. My average losing trade was less than 50% of that. It was $49.50. My average hold time for a winning trade was 37 minutes. My average hold time for a losing trade was 19 minutes. And my largest gain was $406.75. My largest loss was $138. And so again, I didn't lose in gross profits once last week, and my accuracy was 50%. And the reason I do that is because my risk reward was solid. I was using good risk reward. If you look at my profit factor here, it was over 2-to-1. And so that's how you protect yourself in trading. Even when I'm not that accurate. You know, the last month, really, I haven't been that accurate in trading. But if we look at my chart here for the last month, it's still pretty solid. You know, the last 30 days, it's still a pretty solid graph for the last 30 days. And so, again, it's all about good risk reward here. Of course, I still have some stuff I got to work on for sure. But in the end, it's all about using good risk reward ratios to protect your account. And if you want to see why the previous day's closing price is so important, I made a video about it. Look how well SQ follows it. It goes up to that level twice, which is also the $0.50. And so when those two levels are both at the same area, you make it, you know, it has a lot of sway over a stock's movement. After the stream today, I'm going to go download that thing that lets me put the previous day's close up on my chart. Some high caps move slow. I mean, listen, there's some stocks that there's $5 stocks that move more than $50 stocks. No question about it. There are stocks that are like that, but not all mid caps and high caps move slow. You know, like think about it like this. Look at BYND moves a ton. You know, there's a lot of stocks that have huge ranges. Roku. You know, these stocks have huge ranges. You know what I mean? Roku's moved like $6 today. And so stocks, some have big ranges. Again, though, it all depends. It doesn't matter how slow they move. Most mid and high caps move average, but it doesn't matter. Like what matters is that you're using good risk reward ratios. You're using a consistent risk and a consistent share size to accompany that risk. So basically, like if I only want to lose $100 during a day, and I'm buying, my risk is 10 cents, then I can buy 1,000 shares or less. If my risk is 20 cents, I can buy 500 shares or less, and both kind of compensate for the difference in risk and range and share size because of that. So that's how you kind of control everything and keep everything consistent with your trading. But yeah, it's not always like that. Sometimes you're going to get penny stocks that move crazy. Sometimes you're not. But in the end, you don't need a huge range to profit. You know. Appreciate the sub. Whoops, wrong thing. Appreciate the sub, Elizabeth. Welcome to the team. Appreciate it. Remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. And so hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning. Let people watch us day trade for free every day and really teach people what it's actually like to day trade in the market. We're not experts or gurus here. We generally just let you guys watch us trade the open every single day. But again, if you look at my trades, I've been at least profitable in gross profits for the last few months, really, and still kind of working on turning the corner and pulling this account up to over $1,000 in profit, and still working and growing and learning as time goes on. But you guys can follow me in that process too. ONTX. ONTX looks interesting. The volume has slowed, and so until it gets more volume, I don't mind a little dip by here for a VWAP bounce with a reward target of here and a risk level of that low down here, maybe under $1. I think the risk reward's not bad there. But again, not an investment professional, not liable for any losses. You always got to make your own assessment of the market. I like this one. Here's my risk. Here's my reward.
All right, traders,
Big
I'm going to go
reward.
ahead and get on out of here. You guys have a great day. Good luck, John.
I
Take
appreciate it,
care.
bro. Later, bear. Yeah, I mean, I think I try to be Night King. Sometimes I'm not. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I'm the best trader ever. Especially when I'm on like a hot streak and I'm doing really well. I'm like, oh, look at me. I'm the best trader ever, you know. But I think, like I said, I think the last month has been tough. I think the last month has been tough for my trading, and that's always going to humble you, I think. Um, what's eToro? We'll see, man. We'll see, brother. All right, so we did it. We get some breaking news. Mitch just sent me. It says China's attacks on U.S. businesses are, quote, completely inappropriate. Secretary of State Pompeo also told CNBC that, quote, every company's got to make its own set of decisions, end quote, on how it deals with China in light of Beijing's efforts to stifle criticism abroad. Let's see what the market's doing with this news. I mean, this was out 12 minutes ago, though, and the market hasn't really moved because of it. So I don't know. We'll see if you're still listening, Mitch. SPY's just so sideways today. We'll wait, but just kind of dull day in the SPY. All right, well, there's a rip in the market. Sorry, I'm looking at intros that I have. Just kind of waiting on something. We'll see you guys tomorrow. Hey, later, Billy. What's up, Ben? Oh. I'm not on eToro, Jason. I'm not on eToro, bro. Unless somebody added me to it without me knowing. Yeah, I'm just kind of hanging out. I don't really see anything that I'm really in love with right now, guys. So I gotta go to the bathroom, and so I'm just gonna close it down here. I have been getting into trades a lot after the stream, and so if you want to see how I do, I generally post the trade log, and honestly, I record and have backlogs of all these trades. If anybody ever tries to act like I'm not getting into trades after the stream. But yeah, for the time being, if you want to join our Discord, I usually post my trade log and kind of break down kind of what I did after the stream on here with my trade log and everything like that. And so if you want to join our Discord and kind of follow along with how I do, I'll post this link here. So yeah, there's our link. I don't really use Bollinger Bands that much. Also, guys, go check out Trade Ideas, the best scanners in the game, super customizable. If you like these scanners, shout out to them. Just a really cool company, and they actually let me stream their scanners every day. The best scanners in the game, like seriously, if you look at all the top traders and look at what scanners they're using, a large majority of them are using Trade Ideas for a reason. And so there's the link if you want to check out Trade Ideas. The link's right there. You can use promo code BT15 and get 15% off of all their stuff. Also, guys, if you want to use the platform I'm using TEFs or TradeNet. Here's the link if you want to check that out as well. There's some huge benefits for new traders using them. You get 14,000 in buying power to trade with their base package once you're approved. It's $3.99, and once you're approved, you get 14,000 in buying power to trade with. There's no PDT rule. You can day trade and short stocks for very, very cheap. Good platform, solid platform. It is like a prop firm, and so there's a profit split. So there's a 70-30 split, and there's a $700 max loss. But again, you're paying $3.99 for 14K in buying power, no PDT rule. You can day trade in short stocks. Also comes with a trading course, access to their chat room, and a demo account. And I think that is a much cheaper way for new traders to get started. It's just basically like most of the time new traders deposit thousands into like a regular, US broker. And let's be real, most of the time they're going to lose that. They're going to lose that few $1,000s that they save up and deposit. Where if you go the TradeNet and TEFs route, you're spending $3.99 through my link. You're getting more buying power than you would. You're being able to day trade with no PDT rule and short stocks. And to be fair, I think most traders are probably going to lose that as well. But they're only losing $3.99. It's just a much cheaper way for new traders to get started. Plus, we do make a commission if you sign up through us. And so if you want to help support our channel, there's the link in the chat for that as well. Yeah, let me remove this so you guys can actually see it. So yeah, there's the link. It says to get a big discount on the platform we use. There's the link right there. I don't think so, Keen. I don't think so, brother. I don't think so, man. Maybe. You might be able to. I just don't know. But yeah, guys, like I said, hit that subscribe button. I know we've got a lot of subs today, so I appreciate all the love, guys. Appreciate it for sure. Hit the subscribe button, team. We do this live for free every weekday morning on YouTube. And so if you want to see what it's actually like, click the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every single weekday morning for free. Again, guys, remember to join our Discord if you want to follow along with what I do after the stream. There's the link there. I'm going to run to the restroom, guys. Hit that subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. Let's keep growing. Let's keep pushing. I'll see you all bright and early tomorrow morning. And again, if I do get into anything else, I'll record it and I'll post my trade log and break down what I'm doing in our Discord. And so again, there's the link. Here, let me delete this. We've got over 1,000 people in our Discord, and there's the link right there, guys. So yeah, good luck. We'll see you all a little bit later. Hit that like button, guys. Let's see how many likes we got today. We got 73 likes. We need 2 more to hit our 75 like goal. I'm sure we'll get that, guys. So hit the subscribe button, click the bell, turn on notifications. We go live every day. Good luck, guys. We'll see you all tomorrow.